stream. So I'm glad Purple mentioned that. We're off to a good start, though, don't you think? I think that's evidence of a very professional operation. But that is something that annoys me, because technically, OBS should be sending all the audio, the active audio, to my headphones. It doesn't, which is frustrating sometimes. But thank you for pointing that out, Purple, again, because I could have gone on quite a while with. I mean, it's a great video, though. It's really good. He's an indie dev in Japan, and he talks a lot about, like, you know, trying to become a developer, what development is actually like when you don't have a ton of money behind your project. It's really good. I highly recommend his streams in general, but I was not trying to have the audio blaring over everything else during my stream. That was not the plan. But in the meantime, let me check everything else with the audio here. Man, do I have to edit that out now for the upload? I'd rather not, but I'll try. I'll try it later. What else? Anyway, well, now that everyone can actually hear me, hopefully, how you doing? What's going on? Have you had a pretty good week so far? I also have a little bit of Purple says you can understand him. No, I don't speak Japanese, but the uploads of the videos have English subtitles, so I don't have to get what he's saying. But yeah, no, that would be impressive. I know some folks who can speak Japanese, but I'm not one of them. But yeah, it's really good in general. He has great streams, and he mostly just eats. Like, it's almost a mukbang kind of thing. He just has his dinner, he's just having a nice time. It's really good. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Quick bit of channel news. And the reason why I cut it really close. I thought I was going to be late for the stream not because I was out and about. I don't do that. But I've been all this afternoon. I was uploading a video that should go live 9 p.m. Pacific time. So a couple hours from now, and it's my video on Kid Cosmic on season 3 of the show, which just came out today on Netflix. So I went ahead and did a whole video about that. And I thought, it's like a relatively short video. It's like 10, 11 minutes, something like that. And typically those will upload within like a couple hours ish. But when I'm uploading any video, I have zero internet. Like, I can't watch stuff. I can't, even mess around with like Google Docs and the email. Like, the internet's just shot when I'm uploading a video. I'm on a very slow connection. It takes a really long time to upload these things. So I had the video ready to go at like 3 p.m. when I said to myself, okay, what are the odds this will get uploaded in time? Because YouTube doesn't give you an estimate. It's all dependent on your internet connection anyway. So I decided to roll the dice, and I said I'll upload my Kid Cosmic video, and hopefully it'll get there before I have to start my stream. And it was literally 4 or 5 minutes before 6 when it finally finished uploading. So I was really down to the wire on that one. But we did it. We did it. So that video will be up later tonight. Anyway, Purple says, mine's been good. Yours? Purple's week, I assume here. Yeah, it's been all right, I guess. I think I've been, I don't know. I think like the first week of any given month, I tend to take it a bit easy. And I think that's just because like my job, it tends to be very hectic at the end of each month. So by the time we get to like the first week of the new month, I'm just kind of feeling like, oh, it's fine. We made it through. Taking a little bit of a break, and then we move back into the hubbub and everything after that. So yeah, it's been all right. It's been pretty easy going. I've just been hanging out a lot. I have been working on some more videos as well. What else was I doing? Playing a lot of games. I got hooked on a new rhythm game, so I've been doing a lot of that lately. Did a little bit of animation the other day, which is good news. But other than that, not much. mostly just hanging out. So, yeah, it's been alright. Trying to cope with the idea of it being February, trying to figure out what that means exactly. But, yeah, it's been good. Okay, grab this. Yeah, this is not my most impressive animation stuff here, but I just want to get this clip fleshed out some more with some kind of variation with the mouth, because as we can see, I had those initial frames where it was like a smoother transition of this mouth. I guess that's what it's supposed to be, kind of doing talking mouth shapes. But if I were to just repeat those few frames over and over and over in the finished video, I don't think it would look all that great, because the cycle would be so obvious that you notice it repeating and it feels, you know, faker than usual, I guess. So the idea here is to shuffle around some of these frames so that it feels a little bit different. And then here, I'm going to try to... Okay, this is 17. There's a lot to keep track of. I'll do another, like, smoother transition just to get that worked out, you know? Okay. And then this one should be 18, which I can just grab from here. I don't know why I'm scrolling all the time. Oh, that's why. Okay, copy. Here we go. And we go paste. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. That's decent. We're getting there. We're getting there. And something else I'm going to do here too. Oh, nope, nope, nope. What are you doing? I need to grab this color for my brush. And for some of these, I'm going to fill out a little bit more, because sometimes you can see, if we look very closely, it's a little bit translucent. It's a little light, the ink here. So I'm just, in some of these, I'm going to make that a little bit more solid. Again, just to try to get some variation going here. I'll leave some of them, and then other ones will kind of fill out a bit more. And in different areas. Hopefully that'll be helpful. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's the stuff. Okay. Purple says, I like the video about game trailers you did fairly recently. The animation reminds me of a toad or frog. Oh, I think Purple's referring to this animation here that I'm doing on the iPad. Yeah, kind of. The eyes especially, how they have that, like, I don't know what it's called exactly on a toad or a frog. It's like, I don't know, a hood for the eye or something. It's like a lump and then the eyes in the front. Or maybe I'm just thinking of cartoon frogs, so I kind of agree. But thank you, Purple, for the comment on the video game trailers video. Yeah, no, I thought that was fun. The idea just kind of came up pretty quick, and I thought, why not? And I really don't see a lot of people talking about that stuff. I have seen a handful of other videos where people will say, like, hey, here's a cool game trailer, let's analyze the animation of it, or analyzing the animation of games themselves. But yeah, so many of these just slip by, and they just, I mean, reasonably so. They're treated almost exclusively as marketing, which makes sense. I mean, they are. They are marketing. But there's still a lot of creativity and a lot of great work going into them. So I just, yeah, I don't know. I think it's worth talking about for sure. And there's so many more. There's so many more animated game trailers that I love to talk about. But it turns out that it was pretty hard to search for them. Because, like, here's the thing. If you're just online and you're specifically trying to find a just animated game trailers, if someone hasn't specifically made a playlist of that kind of stuff and named it something very relevant, then you're not really going to get the results you want, because like technically every game trailer is animated in some way, even if it's using like in-game engines and the in-game engine and assets and everything. So I kind of just had to like try to remember ones that I've seen before, which is not a very efficient way of researching something and trying to find a bunch of different instances of that. So that was just to say there's so many more, and I wish I wish I could have covered more, but I just wanted to put the idea out there. And either people will recommend stuff or other people will talk about animated game trailers, and I think that would be great. That would be really cool, especially people who know more about animation than I do. Purple says kind of like an ink blotch. Yeah, I would agree. It almost has that like spilled ink, especially the edges here. Like over here, you know, these curves here. Yeah, it kind of just looks like a puddle basically. But yeah, this is just a little section of the animation here. And then yeah, that's probably a decent loop. Since I copy pasted, it doesn't give me new names for all the frames, but this is a decent number. This is probably like, I don't know, 30 some, maybe 40 frames at 10 frames a second. Not too bad. 3-4 seconds there I can add. Of course, like I said, this is going to be a loop, so that's a long enough loop that hopefully it won't look too corny when I put it in a bunch of different times on top of each other. Okay. Well, so where do we go from here? This is the question. How about copy this. Go out here. Okay, so this is the main bit of the animation here on the right, and then I need even more. Though I haven't quite decided what's going to happen next in this animation. Okay, first, animation assist. Okay. Get a different background color here. I hate just having it on plain white. It kind of bothers me. Okay. Add a bunch of frames. Here we go. Okay. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, now what next? This is the question. Yes, this is difficult. Well, I mean, what I did in the original short is I had this sort of artificial body parts. It was just eyeballs in that one, but they would sort of detach and slide down the body of the alien thing we're doing here. And I don't necessarily want to repeat that, but I like the idea of having something happen with the eyes, unless, I don't know, I mean, I could cover them up, potentially. I was thinking of having, like, another big glob sort of, you know, drop down on top of it and give it a new silhouette and cover up some of the stuff we already have here. But I feel like if we lose the eyes, it's, I don't know, it's a less interesting character immediately. Eyes give you something to latch onto. It kind of gives the thing a shape. Maybe if we just covered one? Or, oh, that was the idea. I should write this stuff down because I forget so easily. But another idea I had for this one was to... so originally each of these globs with some kind of facial feature on them come flying in from off screen and sort of attach. And I was thinking of having that happen over and over, but with larger and larger pieces, but each one has that same or a different facial feature attached to it. So like, oh, this one eye gets covered up, it gets covered up with a bigger eye, you know what I mean? Or like the one that covers the right eye up ends up being another mouth or something. Actually, I kind of like the idea of having multiple mouths on this thing. That could be fun. So, okay, so to get that started, I think I'm going to just do several frames of the basic body here and then try to build on top of that. But I just want to have something here so it's not a blank frame. Okay. We'll do the other bits later. Just want to get the general shape here. Okay. Alright. Alright, not too bad. Okay. Yeah, this takes a while. So I'm just gonna go after this for a while, and yeah, we can continue to chat here. But yeah, I think I missed some more stuff in the chat. Give me just a second here. Finish up this curve here. Okay. What do we got here? We got Purple says, I like the game-oriented videos. They come every so often, so it's a nice surprise. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I think I've talked about this before, maybe on some of the streams specifically. Well, I guess it would have had to be on a stream. But like, I do like covering video game or video game-related topics sometimes. But it's tricky. It's tricky when you try to have any kind of variety on your channel. YouTube doesn't like that. They really want people to specialize, you know? So if you're posting in like a different category all of a sudden, I've definitely gotten the sense that they don't really show it to as many people. Also, if your like audience, if your viewers, your existing viewers are used to seeing one kind of thing from you, sometimes some of them won't be super open to getting something on a completely different topic. So I've tried to roll that back a bit. But yeah, video games in general, that tends to be safe territory for videos still, as opposed to like the more abstract stuff that I get into every so often. So yeah, but no, I like doing it. There are definitely a lot of things to talk about there in the land of video games and such. So yeah, get into it some more, and I would do one game thing too, a game-related confession I have for you in just a minute. But first, Hugo's here. Welcome, Hugo. Welcome back to the stream. Hugo says, good morning, all the people. That's all of us, I think. Yeah. I think he got all the bases covered. We're all here, and we're all having a great morning, aren't we? Wow, that would be so confusing to people watching the stream later on. They're like, when was this happening? Is this a breakfast stream? Is that a thing? Like people eating breakfast on stream? That could be kind of fun. I don't know. I like breakfast a lot. I don't tend to eat breakfast very often. You know what I mean? I wake up. If I can get to the coffee, I'm okay. But I'm not usually hungry first thing in the morning. I don't really have breakfast-specific foods just hanging around. So I don't get around to the breakfast too often. Yeah, I need to get these roughed out even faster. Just general shape. Get the middle part here. Okay. I'll say 5. We'll aim for like 5 frames of this existing look. And over those 5 frames, we'll add another glob somewhere. And that'll be good. Okay. Right. What's going on? Yeah, no, it's been an okay week. I mean, it's February. Not much happens in February, does it? It's not quite as grim as January, in my opinion. I'm a professional at small talk. Yeah, we got Valentine's Day. And then here in the U.S., we have, we got President's Day towards the end of the month. I was trying to look that up because I was like, I really hope there's a day off this month. I could really use a day off. And yeah, 21st, I think, is President's Day. So we got something there. We got a national holiday. I do think that's like a work holiday, right? Martin Luther King Jr. Day is not, apparently. Everybody just went to work. But President's Day, I think, is. So, we got that going for us. That's something to look forward to, I guess. But yeah, it's been pretty low key. It's been pretty low key over here lately. Oh yeah, but I have my video game related. Hugo's right. It is Black History Month. That's a good point. Was that? I guess Black History Month came after they established Martin Luther King Jr. Day, right? I feel like it would have to, because it seems. But I'm sure that day is associated with a specific event. Was that the date of his famous speech in the Lincoln Memorial? If that I Have a Dream speech, was that delivered on January whatever, and that's why it is? Anyway, it seems like, I don't know. It seems like that would be part of Black History Month, but I guess not. But yes, we got that going too. What did I see on Amazon? Amazon tried to have a thing up about Black History Month. Like, it's just on the homepage, on the navigation bar. And it says something like... What is it? It said something like, black is phenomenal or something. But the rest of the words in the phrase weren't capitalized. So I was like, what is that? What are they trying to communicate to me? But I'll have to look into that. Maybe they have some kind of promo of like, oh, look, what would they do? Point you to like products related to black creators and writers and musicians and stuff? I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, that's a February thing. I guess that's about it though, right? Oh yeah, and this is Hugo might know. Hugo knows all the animation news and everything. But yeah, I put up a poll the other day, I forget which day, and I just said, hey, which of these, like, you know, animated shows coming out in February are you most excited about? And the only ones that I could really track down were Kid Cosmic, Cuphead Show, and Disenchantment. But a lot of people, I think the majority of people were saying, like, oh, something else that's not listed here. What else comes out this month for animated shows and movies? Am I forgetting about like some massive thing? Because I don't think we're getting the Pixar. I don't think it's Turning Red, right? I think that's March. I think that releases in March. So we're not there yet either. What else is coming out? I don't know. I wish the poll had an option to like leave a comment or like write in an answer. That would be helpful. There we go. Okay. That's fine. Shady Day says Belle came out in February in the UK. No, it's out here too. What I think it came out mid-January out here, but only in like a few theaters around. I haven't seen it on any streaming stuff. Maybe there's some kind of premium streaming option for Belle. And here's the thing about Belle. Well, first of all, I haven't seen it yet, so I can't I can't say all that much about it. But first thing I heard about it, a friend of mine saw it in the theater and was like, it was so bad I had to ask for my money back. And I was like, wow, okay. I wasn't expecting that from Belle. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I wasn't seeing it as like a guaranteed smash hit or anything. Certainly not in the financial sense. But I haven't been expecting it to go bad or for it to just be like, you know, aggressively bad. And then, meanwhile, I think like the Rotten Tomatoes score for Belle is very high. And it seems like plenty of internet reviewers have also had very positive feelings towards it. So, yeah, what's the deal? I'm very curious now about how I would feel about the movie. and I don't know if I'm willing to pay money and go to a theater to see it. But I do want to see it at some point. I do generally really like the Studio Shizu stuff. So it's on my list. But yeah, I don't know. I was a bit surprised to hear like that range of opinions on the movie. But has anyone checked it out? Shady Day, have you seen it yet? Do you have any thoughts? Hugo says the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder on Disney Plus. That's a good point. Yeah. That's I saw the trailer a little while ago. I was never a huge fan of the original show. I remember catching some episodes just when they were on growing up, but I was never like a dedicated, viewer of Proud Family. But yeah, it looks neat. It makes sense. It's kind of an all grown up equivalent, sort of just like, oh, we're advancing time now in this universe. Have to adjust to growing up. All the crazy story situations you can get out of that. Makes sense. Seems like it'll be fun. Hugo says, was the last movie the Bell people did was Wolf and the Boy? Was it? No, I think Mirai. I think Mirai was the most recent, or at least that's my guess. Just because I think that was, what, 2018? Late 2018, maybe? Anyway, yeah, they did that. Girl Who Jumps into the Air or something. Summer Wars is probably my favorite of anything they've done. Well, that I've seen anyway. But yeah, the Wolf and the Boy, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. Shady Day does have some thoughts for us about Belle. Says it's definitely worth seeing, but the way they resolved certain issues at the end made me uncomfortable. Oh boy, that's no good. Shady Day also says, for Belle, it helps to watch Summer Wars first. It's sort of a spiritual successor. Okay, interesting, because I was about to say, well, and this has been my impression since I saw the trailer, but like, obviously a huge emphasis in Summer Wars is this like kind of metaverse thing. It's the virtual space where everybody hangs out and plays games and does life stuff and all this different stuff. And they have to, balance that with the real world issues and like interpersonal conflict and stuff like that. But it's very much techie and computer world stuff. That's a huge element, especially when it comes to the visuals of that movie. And so it was kind of confused me when I started seeing the trailer and certain shots for Belle and the premise of like, oh, there's like a big virtual space where people hang out and play games and do life stuff, and everybody has their avatar. It's like, that sounds awfully similar. So yeah, so Shady Day, if you're saying it sort of advances that, like, I don't get the sense that it's the same universe, right? But just similar concept. Yeah, if they kind of evolve those ideas, that could be interesting. I don't know. But I was a bit surprised to see those similarities right out of the gate. It seemed strange to me that they would kind of go back to the well, in a sense. Anyway. Hugo says, yes, you're right. Mirai was the most recent. Okay. Then the other movie is called The Boy and the Beast from 2015. And then Wolf Children. Okay, yeah, I haven't seen those ones at all, so I can't comment on those ones. But yeah, I've seen Mirai many times. It's on Netflix, and I love it. I think I even included it in a video about my favorite movies I watched last year. But yeah, okay. So I guess I should be writing some of this down. Belle, in certain places it comes out in February, other places it came out in January. And then we have the Proud Family sequel series, which also comes out this month. We got Cuphead Show. We got Kid Cosmic was today. And what's the other one that I mentioned already? Disenchantment Part 4, right? Although I'm not a huge fan of Disenchantment, so I'm not sure whether I'll actually watch and talk about that one. But yep, those are big ones. Cuphead show's pretty soon, isn't that like the 8th or something? Something like that. And yes, well, first I'll read Hugo's comment here. Hugo says, Summer Wars reminded me a lot of Digimon, the movie, 2000. Story beats and some of the plot are the same, and it was also made by the same people. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, good. Thank you for reminding me. A friend of mine said the exact same thing. And I think it's this director, whose name I forget, also specifically worked on that Digimon movie, I think first, right? That came first, and then Summer Wars? So it seems... That also seems kind of strange, doesn't it? I haven't seen that Digimon movie, but a friend brought that up and was like, yeah, it feels like very similar. That's wild. I kind of like I have my Digimon Tamagotchi on the shelf over there. I had to get a new one, though, because the originals cost so much. It's crazy. What else we got? Shady Day says Disenchantment wasn't canceled. Apparently not. I don't know what goes into the decisions over at Netflix in terms of keeping something going. You know what I mean? And greenlighting something for a set number of seasons or what. And I was just talking about this earlier today. I was recording a video, and I uploaded it. I finished uploading moments before I started streaming, more or less. But yeah, I watched Kid Cosmic Season 3 today, and that video is done, and it'll be not premiering, but it'll go live at 9 p.m. Pacific time, so roughly 2.5 hours from now it'll go up. But anyway, when I was recording for that video, I did wonder about that, because Season 3 of Kid Cosmic is a very firm conclusion to the whole series. Like, it's very clear that this is the end of the show. And they just started that show a year ago. So, like, they must have known from the outset that it was only going to run for 3 seasons, or, like, 3 sections, right? But then Disenchantment, on the other hand, is it just because Matt Groening is involved that they're like, whatever, take as long as you want? Because it feels like ages ago that Season 1 of Disenchantment released, right? Someone can check on that for me, I guess. But, like, it feels like it's been forever. And I don't, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the show. I have no idea whether it has like a big following or anything, but they must have some reason for wanting it to continue on. I just don't know what that reason is, personally. I don't quite get it. Smooth, Mike. Just smooth around the edges here. Come on. Should rotate the canvas here too. This is some thrilling animation work. It's very exciting stuff. Okay, let me catch up here. Hugo says Blue Sky Studios was taken over by Disney when they got the Fox stuff. So I also think the new Ice Age movie has Disney Plus. Yes, it is. I can confirm that, only because there are billboards for it all around town here. And I was like, new Ice Age? When was Ice Age? Man, it's been a while, huh? It's probably coming up on like a 20th anniversary for that first movie. My goodness. But yeah, I didn't know the Blue Sky was part of Fox or 21st Century Studios. So that's interesting. Yeah, but like, what else does Blue Sky have? What was Robots Blue Sky? Are they going to try to do a Robots reboot? Yeah, what else did they have? I feel like, did I know someone who worked for Blue Sky? Maybe. It's very fuzzy. Anyway, is that Ice Age movie coming out this month? I guess that would make sense, huh? If they're doing billboards and everything all over the place. Unless they're trying to do no, they can't do an Oscar push if it comes out this year. Also, it's Ice Age. Why would they do an Oscars push? Okay. There we go. Oh. Careful. Careful. All right. Yeah, this does take a long time. Okay. Only one more after this, and then yeah, we'll try to do some kind of glob that falls down and sort of supersedes one of these other body parts. And that could be fun. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I guess February is pretty decent. Yeah, pretty decent for animated stuff. In games, of course, we got Elden Ring at the end of the month, and I'm kind of interested in that Ollie Ollie world. Obviously, I talked about it in the video game animated trailer video. What a great phrase. But yeah, I think it looks fun. It's kind of priced. It's like $30. It's $30. I paid like $5 for both of for the first two Ollie Ollie games, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. But yeah, I have my brief video game confession. So I was not looking forward to Pokemon Legends Arceus at all. I still think it looks very, very ugly, and it kind of hurts to look at, and it doesn't seem like a lot of effort went into many aspects of the game. The gameplay didn't seem that great, world design, whatever. I thought it looked like junk. As did a lot of people. And now, of course, that it's out, it's getting tons of glowing reviews, and like, this is the most exciting, it's the best Pokemon thing ever, even though the standards were really low. And yeah, I wasn't planning on getting the game at all. I rarely buy full price games. But I caved, and I ordered Legends Arceus. It should be showing up pretty soon. Just because I need to know. I need to know whether it's actually any good. Like, I need to hold it up against my own standards. And if I'm wrong and it's actually pretty good, then that's great. That basically just means that I get to have, the magical Pokemon adventure that I've always wanted to. And that I didn't expect would ever happen. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. It'll be interesting, at least, but I do still think visually it looks like absolute junk. So I'm still pretty skeptical, I guess. But yeah, there's that. What was the other thing? Hold on. Oh yeah. Did you guys see there's a new-ish clip for the Cuphead show where it's like the devil and then just some minions are hanging around and they're having some kind of party or something like that. Did you see that? Did you see that clip? It's like, I don't know, a minute and a half. It's not very long. But I watched that clip, and I'm still not getting very good vibes from it. I don't know how other people feel about the situation. I still think it kind of looks just sort of boring, I guess. And I'm not trying to, you know me, sort of. I don't want to try to squash someone else's excitement for something. I don't want to come along and say, no, you're not allowed to be excited for this. No, that's dumb. No, that's not what I want. I need to move this here. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I just don't think it looks that great. I'm sorry. I want to be excited alongside everybody else for the Cuphead show. I'm just not there. And the more they release for it, the more that feeling is just sort of bolstered, I guess. I'm not digging it so far. I don't know. And one of the most distracting things, in my opinion, about that Cuphead clip is that it's they're using some kind of you know, it's not a film grain effect because it's not trying to mimic specifically the grain of old film. It's just mimicking the scratches you'll get on like a film print. If it's really old and it's been kind of beat up, you'll see those scratches and like schmutz all over the film print when they run it through the projector. And that's the effect they've decided to apply here. But it's like, it's very haphazardly applied, and it's also kind of light, and it just seems distracting to me because the art itself and the movement and the sound are not adjusted to feel old like they were in the game. So I'm kind of confused. Is this just like a sort of half-hearted attempt to get that Cuphead look, but with just scratches? I don't... I don't know. I don't quite get it. But yeah, I watched that clip and I was just like, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if I'm gonna dig it. And yeah, again, I'm glad people are into it. I'm glad people are looking forward to that show. But yeah, personally, I don't see it quite yet. Maybe I'll see it once we get the full show, and I'll just be like, oh yeah, okay, this is great. But right now, it's just not happening. Merge down. Thank you. Okay. There we go. This eye has been giving me some trouble. The size varies wildly from frame to frame because I'm just not, I don't know, I just can't match it for some reason. So it either like grows or shrinks over several frames. And that was not the intention. Okay, there we go. That should be fine. I don't think these eyes are going to be here that much longer, so it's kind of okay if they're a bit rough. I'll do this one real quick and I can merge it down. Okay. This one's much faster because it's a very simple shape, you know. Just kind of like a weird wonky oval, basically. So we can just kind of rough that out and move on. All right. Here we go. And then we go merge down. Beautiful. Okay, that's 3 of them done. Awesome. Oh, gosh. Anyway, that's a pretty good February lineup. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I've heard of that's coming out soon. Obviously, last week we talked a good bit about the Pinocchio teaser, the Guillermo del Toro Pinocchio teaser for Netflix, but that's not until the end of the year, so we've got a good long while to wait for that one. Although I do hope we get, I don't know, I'll say another... when will they release the full trailer? I'll say late summer. Even that sounds a long, long way off. But I could see that. Late summer, just to remind everybody it's going to be a big holiday thing. And then maybe some aggressive marketing around Thanksgiving or something like that. But yeah, I'm not sure about that one yet. Haven't gotten enough of a taste, I suppose, to make a judgment call on that one. Wow, it's really hard to see this. Okay, cool. Cool. Yes. Okay. Guess I should finish my coffee. Maybe I'll be more talkative. Merge down. Okay. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I didn't even finish this with him. I need to do that first. Anyway, Shady Day has a comment. Shady Day says it's weirdly too. I think we're referring to the Cuphead show here, but Shady Day says it's weirdly too polished. I don't know, something really distinct about old animation characters going off model. Yeah, I mean overall, I would agree with that, and I think, yeah, polished is one word for it. And I do think it fits. But specifically, I mean, someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen anything about the behind the scenes for the Cuphead show. But wait a minute. Is this a... Oh no, look, it's like a slightly different color. Oh no, hold on. How about that? Is that better? There we go. Gosh, okay. Anyway, I assume it's being animated digitally, meaning they have their character models in the program ready to go, and they can manipulate them from there, and then every once in a while it seems like there's something more, for lack of a better word, animated, something that can't just be done by tweaking like hinges on the character model or something like that, and so that has to be done by hand. It doesn't mean on paper, you know, but that's fine. It makes sense. But yes, there's no, the colors are very flat, which makes sense. Again, like even in the Cuphead game, of course, the colors are flat, but they're also washed out, right? Like there's not a lot of saturation going on because obviously the implication is that it is on old film stock and that fades over time. It maybe wasn't that bright to begin with. But yeah, in the show, it just kind of looks like a modern cartoon. And that's not, at least personally, that's not the direction I would take. You know what I mean? With the Cuphead show, I would really lean into that side of things of like, not nostalgia, maybe borrowed nostalgia, but really hamming it up in the avenue of super old stuff and Tex Avery era. I guess we always go to Tex Avery when we're trying to talk about like golden age of American animation. But the whole Fleischer studio did some really great stuff. You know, the Betty Boop stuff is wonderful. But yeah, there's so many examples out there and just free on the internet of like, here's what really cool old-timey animation looks like. And it's very easy to compare that to something that just looks like yet another modern streaming exclusive animated show. I also still don't know whether the Cuphead show, well, I have a hunch, but I still don't really know what its rating is or who the target audience is. Because from the trailer, I certainly got the sense that like it's going to be very kid safe, very kid friendly rather. And I get that too. I mean, it's probably the smart move here. There are a ton of adult fans of Cuphead, obviously, but at least what I hear from people who like work with kids as per their job and everything is that Cuphead was huge with little kids. You know, like grade school age kids. They were super into Cuphead, and maybe that's the dominant audience for it. Maybe that's who they're actually marketing it towards. But I'm kind of curious now how adult viewers are going to feel when they get what might be a pretty mediocre kids animation show. I'm really just talking out of my foot here, and I don't know what it's going to be like. But thus far, I have not been wooed. I have not been wooed by the Cuphead materials I've seen. That's all right. We're going to see how it goes. Shady Day says, I'm pretty sure Cuphead got really popular with kids who watch Let's Players. That makes sense. That makes sense for sure. Because even if the kid, oh, I can't beat it myself, who cares? I get to watch someone else go through it. Someone else can be good at the game or fail horribly. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know, but everything I've seen on YouTube, people making reaction videos and commentary videos and things, hype videos for the Cuphead show, it's all been positive. And I'm not saying that's bad. If that's just how those people feel, go for it, man. That's cool. But I don't know. With any given situation, I expect to see some kind of dissenting opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I expect to see just a handful of people who have a very different take on it, and I haven't seen that so far with Cuphead. Maybe I need to look a little bit deeper for YouTube videos about the Cuphead show, but so far it's all just been like, this is going to be the best thing ever, can't wait to do this. And I just, that's not where I am with it. I wonder how long I've been talking about the Cuphead show. I should set a timer. Yeah, should try that out. Oh yeah, and if you want to laugh, if you go back to the beginning of the stream, I started out with I didn't know that the audio from this other stream in the corner here, well, not the corner, the top middle, is a stream from Onion Games, and I thought I would just have the visual in there as a lark. But it turns out I also had the audio from that video playing very loudly over everything else in the stream. So for the first 2 or 3 minutes of the stream, that was all people could hear. Purple had to point out the issue. But I'll try to edit that out of the uploaded version, so I think you can only go back and check that out right now. And then I'll see if I can trim it once we're finished up here. But yeah. And what else? Yeah, like I said, I watched season 3 of Kid Cosmic today on Netflix. I think it's 8 episodes, and the episodes seem pretty short. I think it was around 20 minutes each. Well, as I mentioned already, my video will be going up at 9 p.m. here, so I don't want to give everything away, but certainly general impressions are very positive. I did have some nice things to say about season 3 of Kid Cosmic, and I don't know, I'm interested to see how it's received. I don't tend to see a lot of discussion about Kid Cosmic to begin with, so who knows, but I personally think that it's been really solid. It's been very consistent in terms of quality and just kind of fun kid adventures, I would say, for the most part. But yeah, my full thoughts will be up in the video there later tonight. Okay, finally, I can get back to the eyeball stuff, which is the real excitement. Okay. Yes, I'll just use that. Oh, it's hard to look at, isn't it? It's awfully bright. Oh my goodness. I'll have to bring this down a little bit. This brush size is a bit too much here. Can I change the colors of the onion skin here? Because that would be really helpful. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, a little lumpy and weird, but you know, aren't we all? So what have folks been watching? We've talked about a lot of the stuff that's coming out soon. But has anyone actively been going through a series, new or otherwise? I guess we already talked about Belle a little bit, but there's tons of other stuff out there. What was the thing that I was going to look into recently? Oh yeah, someone mentioned Cupcake and Dino on a previous stream. I wanted to watch that one. Haven't gotten around to it yet. And we also talked about High Guardian Spice, which is another one I haven't arrived at yet. I just need... I don't know. I think I'll have to cave in and get some sort of Crunchyroll account, I suppose, to go ahead and watch that, and, you know, 1,000,001 other shows on there. But I am very, very curious about High Guardian Spice. I don't know, I kind of feel like I have no idea what to expect, just because I feel like I got one thing from the trailer, and then I got a very, very different sense based on what everybody's saying about it online. So who knows? It's pretty up in the air as far as I'm concerned. Oh yeah, and I think that was earlier this week when I watched The Legend of Vox Machina. Yes. Well, I guess I did a video already, but... Oh, music, stop. Music's too loud. The GameCube tracks are much louder for some reason. That should be okay. Okay, perfect. Anyway, yeah, I watched Legend of Vox Machina, which is a series, an Amazon Prime Video original series, based on Critical Role. I was not familiar with Critical Role at all, but it's a bunch of video game voice actors who play D&D, and that's pretty much the whole thing. And they've been doing it for a good few years now. I think they're on, like, I don't know, the third or fourth big old campaign. And then they have a bunch of guest stars on who will do a few voices here and there, do a major character or villain or something. But that's D&D, and it's improvised. And then The Legend of Vox Machina is just an animated TV show sort of based on D&D, but it's all written out like a TV show. So it doesn't feel very similar at all. It just feels like a completely different product. And I don't... Yeah, I mean, obviously I talk about this in the video a whole lot, but I just don't quite understand that decision. And yeah, personally, I was not that crazy about Vox Machina. It just kind of felt fine. It just felt okay. They only release, I think they're releasing episodes one at a time, so I haven't seen the whole first season or whatever. But yeah, not super impressed. I don't know. I think mostly because of the writing and the sense of humor and the performances sometimes. Which is not to say that the voice acting is bad. Obviously, they're all professionals. They got a lot of experience. Many of the characters seem very well realized. But, yeah, just, I don't know, it rubbed me the wrong way. And it didn't pick up in the subsequent episodes. It didn't give me anything to really latch onto. So who knows? But yeah, people have been loving that one. People are crazy about that show, apparently. All the ratings everywhere are just extremely high. So good for them, I guess. Hugo says, were there any Easter eggs with the Powerpuff Girls? I don't know about this season specifically. I'd probably have to go back with a fine-tooth comb. I also haven't watched Powerpuff Girls for a long time, so I would only notice, you know, more obvious references, I suppose. But one that's kind of an Easter egg pointing towards the Powerpuff Girls that's been around since season 1 is Joe's family, because all the women in this family, up to her grandmother, they all have names that rhyme. Her grandmother's name is Flo. Her mom's name is Mo, and then her name is Joe. So it does kind of say Mojo, and of course, Mojo Jojo was a whole thing in Powerpuff Girls, wasn't it? But outside of that, I'm sure there are like a handful of visual Easter eggs hidden away somewhere, especially in the early episodes of season 3. And I'm not going to spoil what's going on in those first couple episodes, but a lot of background elements, a lot of action. So I would not be surprised at all. And this isn't really an Easter egg, but I do know that some of the crew and some of the talent on this show has been working with these guys for a long time. And specifically, I mentioned, I think it's the sound designer on Kid Cosmic is it Joe or Joel? Joel Valentine. I know the last name's Valentine, but this guy's been working sound on a bunch of old Cartoon Network stuff. He did the sound work on Genndy Tartakovsky's Primal. I think he was back on Dexter's Lab too, and he probably did some stuff on Powerpuff Girls. So yeah, apparently there are a few consistent figures in these teams who have been on those old shows too, which is kind of neat. Not exactly an Easter egg, but it is a connection back to Powerpuff Girls for sure. Okay, what else? Need the mouth now. Okay, here we go. Let's get that color first. There we go. Perfect. What is this? Oh, that's why I have it. No, I want this here. Cool. Very hard to see. Oh, that's so much better. My eyes. My goodness. But yeah, season 3 of Kid Cosmic is very, very spoiler heavy. So, I honestly can't say too much about like story stuff, anything like that. But yeah, pretty good stuff. I should check the release date for Cuphead show, shouldn't I? It's not bad. Okay, merge down. Beautiful. Add frame. See, this is where it gets tricky. And then I'll go back in just a second and add some voice motions. Is that a term for the mouth here? But first I just want to have the line laid down. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay. Hugo says, the last episodes of season 2 with the 3 women from the Planet Protection Group, I think that's what it is in the show, I'm guessing here, or the PPG, that may have been a reference, and I think one was voiced by Tara Strong. Oh yeah, that makes sense. She was obviously big in Powerpuff Girls and a million other shows that she worked on. But yeah, the PPG is a pretty big thing, I will say, in season 3, without giving away too much. But yes, because I guess it's the hair color, right, of the 3 people in the PPG would match up with the Powerpuff Girls. There we go. Yeah, it's really hard to see this. There we go. Okay. Merge down. Okay. One more mouth here. Get that done. Let's do that here. Oh, I can't see it at all. There? Oh, that's awful. Wow. Okay, I'll try to get this one done quick. Come on. Okay. There we are. Okay. No. Oh. undo. Yes. That was not what I wanted. Not combine down. Okay. And then I'll add some different mouse shapes here in just a second. But yeah, no, Kid Cosmic 3, Season 3, good. Disenchantment, I'm not super excited about, honestly, at this point. I guess I'm, like, morbidly curious what they're gonna try to do with that one. Oh, boy. My video on Season 3 of Disenchantment was very unpopular in terms of, well, I guess views and the like-dislike ratio. But I am curious. I'm curious because in every single of Disenchantment, I don't think this is a spoiler, I won't get into heavy details or anything, but like they keep trying to tease some big overarching plot and like, oh, scary people doing bad things and stuff. We never really see any of it. Each season barely develops that stuff. Maybe in a couple of episodes they address it, and that's about it. And then it's just a big cliffhanger before the next one. And I think it tends to be the last couple episodes of the season, even where they're just like, okay, we kind of forgot that we have this story thing going. So that's what they're doing now. We'll give you a tiny bit more information and cliffhanger ending. So I have not been crazy about Disenchantment. I also think that, well, I don't mean this to be some kind of serious accusation or anything. It's just a general vibe I get from the Disenchantment trailers is, I would say that they're a little bit misleading just in terms of the show's tone. So it's not like they're showing stuff that doesn't happen in the show, but they really are condensing a lot of the interesting and more action-y things that happen in Disenchantment. Because there's really not too much of that overall. The general tone of Disenchantment is very low-key. It tends to be paced pretty darn slow. And then in the trailers, it's just like, wow, we're going to make it look like an action movie. And is that the answer? Like, should they just have made each season a movie length, basically? And they condense all that story stuff, and we're not left with them wandering around the castle village for the 100th time and going to the bar again and hanging around with the elf community. Like, it's just, I don't know, it ends up feeling very repetitive, and the editing feels awkward and kind of slow, and anyway, it's a pretty stark difference between watching the show itself and watching one of the trailers for the show. It's yeah, there's a gap there, I guess is what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, I need the pupils too. We'll take care of that in just, it's going to be fast. We'll do that real quick. Okay. Here's this. Okay. No, oh. Okay, and then we add a frame here. Perfect. Okay. Actually, this eye is going to look up. Like, I'm going to try to do a smear thing here. It might look okay in the end. Okay, and then here is sort of the new resting place. But yeah, I want this eye to kind of look up because I think this is the eye that's going to get like smooshed. So it'd be kind of fun if we have this anticipating that moment. And I guess this is only 5 frames, so it's not really enough time, but I kind of want it to get wider too for the anticipation, but that's okay. We can always add more later. Okay. Now the other side. here. Great. Merge down. Okay. Beautiful. Add frame. Cool. Oh, okay. Here, gang, let's hold on. Let me get rid of some of these frames here because I want to look at that eye movement more closely. Delete. 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 Okay. Okay, here. See? Oh, this is also too fast because it's technically a new project. So we're actually at 10 frames per second. Stay at 10. It's too slow, right? I don't know. What do you think? I guess the smear looks okay. It's not the worst. Okay. Sorry, this is probably giving someone a headache. Christian Bailey is here in the chat. Welcome, Christian Bailey. Welcome back. It's nice to see you here again. Christian Bailey asks, can I post a link? I think the answer is yes. I feel like we've run into this before. You can try it. I mean, if it's up to me, yeah, I mean, go for it. As long as it's nothing crazy, go ahead and post a link. But I don't know what YouTube's like rules about that are. They might restrict it. So just let me know. And otherwise, yeah, how else could we share that link? We don't exactly have each other's phone numbers, do we? Yeah, see, this is why it's kind of convenient sometimes to have like a Discord or something set up, you know what I mean? Anyway, Christian Bailey, go ahead and give it a shot. We'll see what happens. I'll see if YouTube sends me some kind of notification like, moderate this link. Could be something dangerous. Cool. All right. Copy a couple of these just to stretch this moment out a little bit more. Hopefully it doesn't look terrible. Add, yes, paste, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just copy a few of these, stretch it out a bit. Up here, paste. Yep. And then I think one with flat mouth. Yes. Beautiful. Copy. Okay. Okay. The left eye is holding position there, so that should be fine. Although, look at that right pupil. It really, the size really changes, huh? It started out much larger. Okay, I'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Yeah, look at that. It really does get smaller. Really just eyeballing it here. I'm gonna let that one sit a while. How's that? A little bit better. Still a bit of a pop. That's okay. It's fine. Samuel Kim is here in the chat. Welcome back, Samuel Kim. It's nice to see you here. You're very welcome. Samuel Kim says pork. Okay, I mean, I agree, generally speaking. It's not my favorite, personally. Like, I'm not, you know, I don't go ham for pork or anything like that. But it's okay. Pork chops are pretty good. It's like almost a beef kind of texture. A beef density? That's a good name. That should be a title for something. Beef density. Feel free to use that. What is this? What is this truck outside? I hope it's not an ambulance. Well, I mean, if someone needs an ambulance, then I guess I hope it is an ambulance, but I don't think so. I can't see either. I gotta get new glasses. Oh, exciting stream news. I gotta get new glasses, and I just haven't yet. Okay, anyway. Here's our little snippet. And towards the end of this little clip here, we are going to have a new glob thing come down, and it's going to be huge. Christian Bailey says link not sent. Okay, yeah, sorry. I do think that's some kind of like YouTube chat thing. I think they're worried about like bots and such. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how else we could do that. Maybe like, yeah, honestly, I'm not sure. Well, if you want to, seems a bit old-fashioned, but like, if you want to tell me what the link was to, I can try to like just look it up on my end, you know. And if it's something that we can share with everybody, I'm happy to do that. But yeah, I think that might be how we have to do it, just because YouTube like automatically throws that stuff away. Oh, stretch. Oh, stretching out. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Oof. Oh, I think it's a tow truck. Yeah. I don't like seeing tow. I mean, yeah, tow trucks make me nervous. Because I got towed exactly once and it totally threw me off. It was not a good time. Christian Bailey says the video is Supernatural Academy episode 1 on YouTube. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think you mentioned this, what, last week or 2 weeks ago? And I haven't watched it yet. Actually, basically all the stuff people mentioned. Cupcake and Dino, haven't seen it yet. High Guardian Spice, haven't seen it yet. And Supernatural Academy, haven't seen it yet. Christian Bailey says it was on my channel. Okay. Yeah, let me see if I can grab it. Episode 1. Okay. So here's what I'm going to try to do. Well, I'll just leave this running for a bit on mute so I can get kind of a feel of it. Just kind of through osmosis, because obviously I can't share this live on the stream, because we'll probably get tagged for copyright stuff and they'll try to take the stream down, because that's happened before and it wasn't great. But yeah, if people are just like posting it and I could find every episode pretty reliably, that would be awesome. Because I don't want to get Paramount Plus, to be honest. It hasn't been high on my to-do list to pay for yet another streaming service. I don't want that. There we go. Okay. So there's some kind of, I guess it's a campus. That makes sense, given the whole academy thing. Ah, that music's so loud again. At least on my end, it's very loud. It would be kind of crazy if they tied this into the show Supernatural. I don't know if they are. And I was never a big fan of Supernatural, but the name recognition there alone is huge. So many people know about Supernatural. Okay. Oh, no. All right. Okay, so. How does the iPad get so dirty? All right, so we're going to have a new globule thing come on. Ooh, should it be a different color? This is an interesting question. I had not thought about this before. I don't think so. We could maybe do that in future, but for now, I think I'm just going to have it be sort of the same, just the same uniform color here. Okay. That's a lot for the first frame. How about here? We just give like a hint. That's not bad. Okay. Okay, so I think the next frame has to be impact to give it a sense of speed and, well, impact. And then this glob's going to have a big old larger eye on top of it, but I'm going to draw that in later. So for now, what I want to do is have the impact here. It's going to cover up this whole eye right here. Sorry, eye. Goodbye. And then what does that look like? Because it feels kind of insane. I'll try to work this out, but right now this just looks, I think it's this left bit here looks bad. Maybe it should attach like flush to the side here. More or less flush. And then of course it's gonna sort of, oh, it's tricky at that angle, huh? I don't know about this. How about this? Give it sort of a similar shape to the other ones we've been doing here. And then it needs to spring up next. Sorry, eyeball. I'm having a hard time with this for some reason. Okay. I feel like it should be even more dramatic. Anyway, Christian Bailey says the Supernatural Academy animation was weird. Like the animation itself, or like the whole animated show is kind of weird. I mean, so far, I don't know. It definitely reminds me of a few made-for-TV CG shows. You know what I mean? The character models look somewhat standard, I would say. The environments are nothing crazy detailed. For example, in a shot that I just saw here that you guys can't see because of copyright, but they show a shot of like lockers in the hallway, right? But from the angle they start out at the camera angle, you can tell that all the lockers on the wall, it's just like a flat texture as opposed to layers and modeled like 3D lockers that kind of stand separate from each other. So like it's clear that it wasn't the biggest budget thing in the world, which is not too surprising. But yeah, that's not always a huge issue, right? You just work with what you have, try to make it great regardless. But yeah, I'm fine with it so far. I'm obviously not getting any story or anything because I can't have the audio going. But yeah, looks all right. What does that even look like? Oh no. This frame needs a lot of work. Okay. How about... Hold on just a second. Wow, sorry about that. The pipes were going off here in the building, and it was super loud. It was very loud, and I was not into that. Okay. What do you think? Maybe 2 frames of the squash? Because right now... Or like another... I'll try it with another frame of the stretch first. Oh boy. Okay, so that means I need another one of these. Okay. Copy. Okay. Anyway, yeah, folks, I'll probably, I don't know, I'll stream for a little bit longer. But yeah, it's been pretty slow tonight, so I probably won't be on for like a full 2 hours or anything like that. But yeah, I'll do a little bit more here and kind of start winding it down. But yeah, it's good. And for anyone just coming by right now, right before I started streaming, I got another video uploaded, so that should be live at about 9 p.m. my time, which is what, about an hour and a half from now, wherever you are in the world. Yeah, it's my video on Kid Cosmic Season 3, so if you're interested in that, feel free to, check that out once it's up. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't know, with the really timely videos where I try to talk about a show or a movie that was just released. I definitely, the editing is very, very simple, just because I want to get something up, period. Because with that kind of stuff, almost all of the views come from the fact that there aren't many other videos out there competing with yours for a while. So if it can get some kind of traction in that small window of time, before everybody else's videos go up on the topic, it actually has a chance of doing well in the long run too. So that's why I just do quick and dirty videos on something that just came out, get them posted, see if it gets any kind of numbers on it. And that's it. So certainly in terms of editing, this Kid Cosmic video is pretty darn simple, but yeah, it's all right. It'll be interesting to see what the discussion is like around it. Okay. Maybe that's a little bit better. I need to do some splash stuff too. I don't know. I think maybe one more squash frame. Nope, I go here and I go copy. Okay. Go here. I go this, paste. Beautiful. Okay. And I erase this because we don't need that in this frame. Okay. Just check. Okay, that's there. Okay. There we go. Paper over that eye real quick. Why do I feel so bad for the eye? All right. Beautiful. Okay. That's not bad. Trying to get some kind of elasticity going here with these new globs of stuff. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Maybe make that last stretch more extreme. Yeah, let's mess around with that some more. Eraser. There we go. Much better. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah. I guess that's just about it for today's stream. Yeah, it's been an interesting one. No, it's been fun. No, it's fun. I think the streams are always fun, personally. But yeah, it's good getting to chat with people a little bit. See what's going on. They can let me know about new shows and such. Including this, this Supernatural Academy, which I will try to check out pretty soon. Which one am I? Oh, that's the previous frame. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Maybe. This looks insane right now. This looks like Dr. Seuss something. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a much longer process to try to make this look good. But for the meantime, I think that's just about everything I'm going to do on the stream. Here, I'll stop the onion stream too. Get things wound down here. Oh yeah, look, I even have this is sort of my inspo page here. We got a cabin. We got some chicken nuggets going. This is very exciting. But yeah, gosh, it's been an hour and a half? That's not bad. Okay. Cool. Well, all the usual stuff. Thanks to everybody who came out for the stream live. Thank you to anybody watching the uploaded version of the stream later on. For the foreseeable future, plan to do the streams on Thursdays, 6 p.m. Pacific time. If that changes, I'll try to let people know. And that's about it. Always got more videos in the works, so please feel free to stick around, comment on stuff, give suggestions. The streams are probably the best way to get in direct contact with me. If you have a suggestion or something very specific that you'd like to talk about. But yeah, that's just about everything for now. Well, I don't know. I'll gotta go get some more coffee too. But that's all for tonight. Thanks for stopping by.